Hello and welcome back to my pontoon boat build videos. Carpet's down, new deck's down. Now the plan is to install all of the skirting on the outside of the boat and then start putting in the railing. So I'm going to go just kind of set it all up there right now. Alright, what I'm calling my skirts are now all laid down. Now when I was taking it apart, everywhere there was a door were these little spacers, which is basically, I don't know, what is that, 1/4 inch aluminum tubing, and those spacers were on each hole, probably to make sure that the railings don't get forced into the carpet. At least that's my guess. So I'm going to go lay those out on every corner or where there's a door, which is also why I didn't clean off this railing, so I could see exactly where everything goes. With the dust and rubbings that's here, you know, I can see, okay, from here to here was a door, which means I need my two spacers right there. Alright, kind of hard to tell, but I have them kind of sitting everywhere. And here is the hardware that I removed for the fencing. As you can see, it's all kind of various. Each fence or side panel got 2 screws and then 2 bolts or nuts. These studs should be into the fencing. These 2 came out. That's why I have these flange nuts for the rest, so each corner gets these. And then various sized screws, washers, lock nuts throughout everywhere else. So on the railing up front here, we had a mixture of big washers and little washers. Same inner diameter, one's fender washer, one's a standard washer, and those were pretty much on every hole you see. There was no rhyme or reason, it was just random. So when they were building the boat, what I think they did was they had 2 guys walking down each side with a bucket full of washers, and they would lay them down on the holes as they went. Now, their bucket of washers was mixed with whatever they had. I don't see any rhyme or reason to the size or type of washers they used, or even bolts really. It was kind of cheaply thrown together. Now, could this deck have been replaced at some point in time? Probably. It's possible, but unlikely. However, you never know. It's been a long time. I personally don't think so, but again, yeah, you never know. Reason I don't think so is because the self-tapping screws, when they removed them, would have left old holes where they put in new ones. I mean, talking about the inner, cross supports between the pontoons. Now, if you were good and you landed in the exact same hole, all right, cool. But come on, realistically, that didn't happen. That leads me to believe the deck was never changed, and all of the hardware in there was original. However, the carpet could have been changed at one point and then swapped around. That's very plausible, but that carpet looks pretty old. I don't think the boat's ever been messed with. And if that's true, it was made with mixed random hardware. I'm probably going to go down to the hardware store and buy just new hardware that matches on everywhere so I don't have this issue anymore. Alright, I have also ordered new corners from pontoonstuff.com because I did not have pontoon boat corners. I think where the boat was parked forever, somebody came along and stole them. No big deal. They're horribly expensive. Alright, it's a little windy out. Hopefully you don't hear that in the camera audio. These are the side paneling, or fencing I guess you could call them. The plan is to get rid of this brown paint and get rid of the vinyl sticker, or what's left of it. And of course I'm doing this to get rid of the 70s theme that this thing's got going for it. I guess it'd be 80s theme, but either way. Now what I would like to happen is be able to take apart this fencing, get this paneling out of here, take it down, get it sandblasted, paint it, and call it a day. The problem is you can't. This is all welded together. The fencing was installed at the time the paneling was installed at the same time they made the fencing. So it's basically in there for life. Unless you know how to weld, in which case you probably could doubt. But for the most part, it's staying. So what I have here is some paint strip all over the floor. That's alright. That was embarrassing. And just paint it on. Now, use a little bristle brush, wipe it all off. hose it down. Alright, it's got to dry for a little while. But while it dries, I can start another panel. So see that line? It's kind of funny. This was protected from the sun via seat. This was exposed to the sunlight. Kind of made the paint a lot weaker. It's kind of funny. All right, about ready to do another pass. Well, the wind's back, so that's good. So now there's a problem with these old vinyl stickers. They ain't easy to get off. Plan A was to use a wire wheel. That worked fine. Plan B is a little more chemically easy. I have some of this clean strip aircraft paint remover. Now, you may be asking yourself, why didn't I just use this in the first place? Well, the stuff is pretty nasty. You can see the fumes coming off of it. I mean, I guess it's good if you want to clear your sinuses or if you're a glue sniffer, but it's pretty nasty stuff. I think what they did was took a list of the top 10 most cancer-causing chemicals, mixed them together, and put them in here. It's manufactured in Fukushima and stored in Chernobyl until you order and get it delivered. So it's not fun stuff. So I have some in my lead container here, and brush it on. Well, radiation is taking care of the top layer of the sticker. Alright, the panels are all masked off, doors too, and there's a fourth one hiding over there somewhere. Paint is here. Paint comes from Joe. Thank you, Joe. Alright, so we have reducer, mixing buckets, hardener, activator, hardener, and the paint itself. Mixing sticks, strainers, and a box.
It's more gray than anything, but that's okay.
Well, let's hope it dries blue.
What's up?
Alright, all 4 doors are dry. And so are all the side panels. Now it's going to be a tedious process of getting all the tape off, but let's bring one in, get started. I already did this one, kind of still got some tape on it. Gives you an idea how it's going to look. Well, I got some of the paneling in. It's just sitting there, but got some of it in. Check it out. Color match transom. Looking good. This side actually looks better because railing's a little scuffed up. Yeah, it's coming along. And well, that pretty much sums up where I am with the pontoon boat. I do have a couple of more fasteners to go around and tighten down, a couple of fences to push in and out a little bit, just some fine adjustments, and as you can see right here, a door to install. But for the most part, that's kind of it for the railing. I do want to say that by far this was the most tedious process as of yet. It took many passes with the paint stripper in order to get all the brown off, and then more passes to get the vinyl striping off. It was not fun. A gallon of paint, I think, was about $100. Picked it up on eBay. One of the nice things about not being too concerned with the color is you can basically just look at a picture and say, yeah, good enough. And it's, if you can do that, you just buy a gallon of it on eBay. It's a lot cheaper than going to a local paint store. Another thing too, I don't have an automotive paint store here in town, so it's a little harder to get, the paint. Internet really comes in handy. It is a blue-gray metallic. Can't really see metallic inside, but outside you can really see it sparkle and shine. It's pretty nice. So yeah, let me know what you guys think of the color. I'm just kind of curious. It's obviously staying this way. And as you can see, I already got some vacuuming to do on the carpet here, but kind of expected. Question and answers. I think the question is going to come up is, did I primer it? And the answer to that is no. Reason being, I can't find any of that zinc-based aluminum primer in a spray quart can. I can get Rust-Oleum latex-based primer in a quarter or a gallon. Problem is, I'm putting an oil-based or solvent-based paint on top of it. Wouldn't really worked out too well. So there was a problem for me getting primer. I did a lot of internet searching. A lot of people are saying when you paint the aluminum siding or paneling, not to use primer because you're wasting your time. Just clean it, scuff it up a little bit, and paint it. Apparently, a lot of people are saying it's the easiest stuff in the world to paint, and I just kind of went with that opinion. So far, none of it's really flaking off. It seems like it's sticking pretty well, so I don't think they're going to have any problems. But if I do, I only use 2/3 of that gallon. So it's not too hard to do it over again. And luckily, this stuff will come off a lot easier than that brown stuff with that sticker will. We'll see how long this lasts, though. Well, everybody, that's it for now. As you can see here, I got a lot of boxes arriving, so hopefully by next video we'll be able to start getting some interior into this boat. I'll try to remember to put links below for the products I used, so if you need anything, I'll have it below. And if you got any questions, let me know. Thoughts, comments, concerns, they're always welcome. Alright everybody, see you next time.